If my people, which are called by my name, shall humble themselves and pray, and seek my face, and turn from their wicked ways, then I shall hear from heaven, and will forgive their sin, and will heal their land.
You cry, Gadaya, Daya, Gadaya, because they're coming on the nation. Everybody frightened, they're running for cover. No respecter of persons, them bandit, them killer. They're raping and looting, they're killing you dead, nobody escaping. Booyaka, bullet in your head. Oh my country, overnight, get so angry, on uptight. I search out the answer, and this is what I discover. Oh, you push the creator out, you didn't want the name in your mouth. So you take him out of the school curriculum, no knowledge of God for your children. Look around you, all you have is teenage bandits. They might have nothing in it but oath and AIDS and CXC, but no knowledge of the Almighty. Just because you push the Creator out, you didn't want the name in your mouth. So you take him out of the school curriculum, you're reaping the fruits of your actions. So tell me where you're balling for, where are you crying for, where you're balling for, where are you crying for, is you who push the Creator out, yeah. Every generation that comes is nothing.
Pleasant good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. And how are we doing this afternoon?
And your false value, they come back and catch you off guard and confuse it.
Yeah, I know many persons were messaging me that I'm late, right?
Yourself manifest.
I hope everybody is hearing me though.
The children perform.
We had a little issue with the audio.
Your conscience.
I hope that it is fixed and that you guys are hearing me loud and clear right now.
You didn't want the name in your mouth, so you're taking out of the school curriculum, no knowledge of God for your children.
Go ahead right now. Share the live.
Look around you, all you have.
Let them know that Royalty James is presently online and class is in session.
CXC, but no knowledge of the Almighty.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, again. Out there in Grenada, Carriacou, and PD Martinique. And a special good evening to the persons out there in the diaspora. I want to do something special today, right? Today I had nothing else but to research on a lot of things. And I went in depth in a lot of conversations. Go ahead, write the persons on Facebook, persons on YouTube.
Don't condemn the children for their iniquity, because it's all you who make them and shape their mentality. What you did in secret, do it openly. Go run away from me.
The bottom Ross Shotty. Listen to words.
Make a big sources of darkness. Now you reap wickedness.
I want you all to interact with me this evening. The WhatsApp number 536-5843. You can call me. You can go to the comment section. We will have some conversations today. So, any amount of persons we have today,
so tell me where you're balling.
We're gonna have our class in session program.
Where you're balling for.
Tell them the ball right away.
You didn't want the name in your mouth, so you take him out of the school curriculum. You're reaping the fruits of your actions.
Artist one. I'm going to add between the programs, right? So let me start with Post Royal Village Group present Post Royal Day, Road Relay and Breakfast from 7 a.m. Fun Day at 1 p.m. Basketball competition, bouncing cast, face painting and other activities for the kids free food, solid bar with you. Music by Popular J, unveiling of the welcome sign production, alright? That's on Thursday, May 30th. I think we'll that way. No countryside on a weekday, you know. So remind me when it gets closer, right? Let's get ready to go into the con. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the voice of Ras Shorty Eye. And this one is called Push the Creator Out. Seriously, we are asking a question here in Grenada whether or not we would have pushed the Creator out in our day-to-day living here in Grenada as it relates to the many things that have been happening in recent days. Alright, so what I can say to you guys, one person that is really, my apologies, wow, my apologies. One person I know definitely that is really enjoying Grenada is our Prime Minister. Our Prime Minister is really enjoying Grenada. Because you see, there is a song that applies really, there's a song that applies to the Prime Minister right now here in Grenada. And I know many of you all would know that song. I'm going to play a song right now that really, really is for the Prime Minister of Grenada. Press play, Prince. That is what has been happening here in Grenada, ladies and gentlemen. And I say I had to do the research myself. And I went very much in depth in asking persons in clarification as it relates to the summit in which the present Prime Minister is attending. Ladies and gentlemen, an individual who has been around the political arena long enough would have shared sentiment, and he said to me, keep me neutral, because I don't want to be at that edge. And he gave me examples whereby there were times even within the past administration where Dr. Mitchell got invitations to attend summits that required him as the Prime Minister to have been there. Many, many invitations in which Prime Minister Keith Claudius Mitchell at the time were given invitations to be there. Some promptly. Somebody saying, I don't know what is going on, but you keep on sticking. Yet that is the issue we've been having. Right? That is the issue that caused today's program to start late. Because I don't know if the internet is flicking here in the area where I'm at. But I keep getting that levels, like sometimes I'm seeing myself on, then I'm seeing it loading and so on and so forth. So if anybody else is having that issue that Charmaine is having, please let me know. Charmaine is having, alright? Now, yesterday we would have assessed the ministerial positions here in Grenada. The ministerial positions that we know and we appraise them. All right? And I want to remind you guys, the number is passing on the screen. So please feel free today to call into the program at any given time. And I'm saying at any given time because I mean at any given time. I could be in the middle of a conversation and you want to call in. Today, we are really going to do that because we want to put the program today. It's going to be just about 15 minutes because we will be infringing a lot on the talking point program if we go further. Right? We want to say again sorry, and one person who did indicate that issue that I've been having since I came in, even on my cell phone, I have been having that issue. You see, persons are saying that it keeps sticking. I don't know what is the issue. I can't believe it's from my end. It might be a generalized issue, meaning as it relates to flow. Because at my end, I really am not really having any issues. My system is up. I am speaking. I'm seeing my power on. I really can't say where the issue is sourced from. All right, I really don't see. I'm looking at my signal. My signal is giving a very good feedback, so I really don't know. Yes, somebody saying that I'm sticking. I don't know. I don't know. Even on YouTube, they have the same issues. But let's see how best we can weigh over, and let's see what we can get across within the time. As I said, that it is really limited in terms of me wanting to disseminate the information I want to, right? But however, let's jump into the assessment as it relates to our parliamentary representatives within the areas. And I want to be interactive enough to have persons actually from those areas today, right? I want to be interactive because I am not living in certain constituencies. I do not have the feedback from many constituencies. And I think that I jumped the gun. I really believe I jumped the gun because I plan to give you all an exclusive today, because sometimes, and we didn't get a chance to recognize a member of the political organization today. But today I don't want to just at this stage just simply say to you guys, this is the person, right? Permit me to do this today. Let me see how best we can get on that perspective today. Let's hope. A pleasant good evening. A pleasant evening to you, ma'am. And how are you?
Very good, very good.
My name is Royalty James. I am calling from the Class in Session program, and as every given evening, we recognize one of our stalwarts within the new National Party. And today I had an exclusive for the class, so I said I would not say who it is, and more so I would call. Ladies and gentlemen, on air is Miss Emmeline Pierre, none other than a stalwart of our female politicians here in Grenada. Good afternoon, Miss Pierre, and how are you?
Good afternoon, good afternoon. You remind me of a program many years ago where the host would call and they would say to you, oh, we randomly called and you just won yourself X, Y, Z.
Well, you just won yourself the opportunity.
To hear what I won.
Well, you got yourself the opportunity to this evening address my audience. I know many persons out there will want to, as per usual, continue to hear the voice from the other side as it relates to Grenada's issues and whatever is happening, and maybe encourage persons as to the way forward. So this evening I decided, I said, hey, I'm just going to call Miss Pierre and ensure that she's going to say something to the class. It doesn't need to be long, just whatever comes to mind, just remind us thereof.
Well, I would just touch on what I consider to be a burning issue in our country at this time. And that has to do with the state of national security. And, one of the things that concerns me most is not just the rise in numbers in terms of crime in our country, but the fear of crime. This is becoming an even bigger concern when people tell you they're afraid to walk in the community in the nights, when people tell you they're afraid to drive alone at night. This, in fact, to me, is just as bad as the crime in itself. When people feel unsafe in their own homes. I've spoken to persons in recent days who say all their life they've known to have left their windows open and their doors open, day and night in some cases.
Right.
And they say to you now that they don't feel comfortable doing so anymore, right? So the psychological effect that this situation is having on persons is of significant concern, because you know, if people are not comfortable in their mind, it affects the body, it affects everything. Their whole state of mind affects everything else. And that has to be underscored as something very serious.
Right.
Because I might stay in my corner and think that what I'm doing is relevant and important. And in the grand scheme of things, it just may not be important in the substances. And so it's coming together, strategizing will help every person to hit the nail on the head. And when everyone is hitting the nail on the head, I'm sure you have a little bit of chemistry experience. You know what happens, right? So, exactly. And so that's a major concern. I'm not sure why it's not being done. And maybe the usual thing, somebody from the opposition say it should be done. Let's not do it. I don't know. I'm just only assuming, because I cannot think of any plausible reason why such an important element, such an important step, is just ignored. The second thing, the thing as it relates to that, is that we have to urgently, and you want to be reacting, but you also want to be proactive. But in terms of reacting to the immediate situation, you have to take some decisive steps, some things that are not the ordinary. And trust me, outside of the God amnesty, I'm not seeing what is outside of the ordinary that is going to make such a big impact, a big difference, because you know the God amnesty will not do it. So what else is there that's important? So I'm speaking to you, and I'm on my way now to engage with some young people who have been in conflict with the law, right? Because I'm just concerned that we are not doing, and I'm speaking at a leadership level because everything rises and falls on leadership. We are not doing what is absolutely necessary in the situation. And I would encourage everybody to just do the little that they can until we are guided by some strategic plan of intervention. Right? So we need to ensure that we are taking these actions that are immediate, that are very profound in terms of their nature and intended impacts, and to ensure that we are doing everything possible. So when it comes to youth development programs, because of course that is the major target group, we cannot be cutting youth programs at this time. We should be introducing new programs, and by no means do I mean just introducing for introducing's sake, but we've had enough time. I mean, we see the signs, the writings were on the wall. The Prime Minister said it's coming. So if it's coming, it's like a hurricane. There are certain steps that you would take. You would fill tubs of water, right? You would get damage back. You would do certain things. You would protect certain things. You would battle down certain doors and windows. You would take action if you know it's coming. If it doesn't come, well, you rejoice, you celebrate it come, but at least you are prepared. And so between the time that statement was made and now, I am yet to see what was done seriously in terms of addressing this situation.
Yes.
And that concerns me greatly, and my advice to your listeners, whether you are a parent, whether you are a civil servant, whether you're unemployed, whether you're involved in the social sector, you're a police officer, because I know your program is widely listened. Whoever is listening, I just want to beg that every single one of us do what we can do to address this situation. Whatever little we can do in our corner, if everybody's doing something, you never know, accidentally we might hit the nail on the head. In the absence of a strategic approach to hit the nail on the head, if we just continue doing little things, it's like firing, you know about firing shots wildly. I hope you never did. But when you're firing shots wildly, there's just a percentage of possibility that you may hit the target. Right? Unfortunately, we don't want to be firing shots wildly. We don't even have the resources and the time to do that. But in the absence of the strategy, in the absence of the strategic approach, the strategic intervention, I say let's continue to fire shots wildly in the meantime. And I'm speaking here of firing shots as in actions that we're going to take, because a lot of shots are being fired. That's not what we want at this time. We want to save society. We want a society where people feel comfortable, they can walk the streets. I would not even walk at nights right now by myself. Yeah, and this is something I felt comfortable doing a couple months ago. I am no longer comfortable doing that. And kudos to those who still feel comfortable. I'm happy for them. Let us do the little that we can in our corners, and hopefully, we can make a difference. As I said, I'm on my way right now to meet with a group of young men, and I consider that to be the little that I can do in my capacity. And hopefully, if other people do similar, other people try in the absence of leadership, then just maybe we may have a little dent into this situation. But I want to appeal to the government. That is your responsibility. You cannot abdicate that responsibility. Of course, this requires leadership at the highest level. And the highest level is not the Commissioner of Police. As a matter of fact, he has already declared his ability to address this.
Exactly.
The highest level is the Prime Minister of this country, who fortunately or unfortunately is the Minister for National Security. And this is where the action must be taken. This is where people must be mobilized and motivated and pulled together to develop the plan, but also to implement the plan. And mind you, let me just say this, I'm passionate about this. I'm sorry if I just went on. But there was a plan under the previous administration, the NMP administration.
Right.
I looked at it recently, and I consider it still relevant. Of course, you would want to tweak, you would want to review, you would want to add, you may want to subtract some things. But I would have thought that even at basic, we start there, start somewhere. But it just shows how I remember this entire process, when we had to make a situation that was showing itself ahead. And so I really, really would like to encourage that leadership will rise and step up to the occasion and do what needs to be done, what has to be done. Today I saw a message for a consultation, and I just started to read the heading, and I felt really good because I thought it was a national consultation on crime, but it was on something else. I don't even remember what it was because it just wasn't as important as that. And so what needs to be addressed. So you can't be, flying out to a conference with a situation like this at hand. That is what we need. The Prime Minister needs to settle down and to really take leadership of the situation. This is a national crisis. It is a national crisis.
Definitely.
And we're not going to address it if we do not address it in a strategic way. And I can't overemphasize this particular point.
All right.
Deep in your conscience, you go see, or you push the creator out. You didn't want the name in your mouth, so you're taking out of the school curriculum the knowledge of God for your children. Look around you, all you have is teenage bandits. They might have nothing in it but O's and A's and CXC, but no knowledge of the Almighty. Just because you push the creator out, you didn't want the name in your mouth. So you take him out of the school curriculum, you're reaping the fruits of your action.